Hey, Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to your angel readings for the month of February 2025. Beautiful souls, whether you are watching for your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, or astrologically, you know that you have any number of planets in a particular sign, the reading for that zodiac sign will be right for you. I am putting this energy overview right at the start of each of the all zodiac sign readings. But if you want to click straight through to the angel reading and you don't want to listen to the energy update for the month, please do click through straight to the readings. I'm reading this because this is a really, really good description of what to expect in February, and we're going to build on this. So we'll look at the cards and the runes that were drawn for February. This is a diary that I create, the Manifests with the Moon diary. I'm just going to give you the overview because for those of you that don't have the diary, I think this might be really helpful to you. So let me read to you about February. We'll check in with these cards and then we will move straight to the angel reading for your sign. So, beautiful souls, February 2025, choices and decisions, the transformation begins. This is a seriously powerful month, truly. February begins with the Earth festivals of Imbolc in the Northern Hemisphere and Lammas in the Southern Hemisphere. Now, both of these are festivals of fertility and promise. So, whatever took place during the more intense periods of January, and we have had some pretty intense moments in January, the start of this month brings just the right energetic to get clear about your own personal goals for the year ahead and to begin to sow the seeds needed to manifest your goals in real terms. Although this month begins with a fairly even flow of energy, a greater intensity then builds, and it really does. So if you find yourself being pulled in more than one direction as we move through February, or you're uncertain as to where to place your focus, then put down an anchor, steady yourself, and become an observer of your own experience. The higher purpose of the overall dynamics this month are to reveal all you need to see to bring greater clarity to your overall goals and your purpose for the coming year. Now, our first card of Empower Yourself is an invitation to step up and take full ownership of your personal choices. It sits with Sewello, the rune of wholeness, which suggests that there will be a very clear pathway ahead that honours your personal choices whilst also honouring the collective. I mean, this really embodies, I'm digressing from what I have written here in the diary, but this really embodies the energy of the raising of the consciousness of humanity at large. And we are really full on this year into that process. It's big, it's powerful, it's happening. There's actually only one way, and that one way is forwards and upwards. But it doesn't mean that there isn't resistance. It doesn't mean that we're not going to see challenges in being able to bring this forth. So self-responsibility really sits right at the heart of this. Empower Yourself is all about self-responsibility. And this card says empowerment does not mean we have power over others. It means we have power over ourselves. We honour our capacity for free will and conscious choice whilst honouring the same in others. So it's really about knowing what you can do and recognising what you can't do, but taking ownership of your own sovereignty, your own agency. Sewello often indicates that there really is only one way to go. You're being guided in a particular direction. So this is a really powerful month. Now, where did I get to? Yes, here we are. Validated. Right, this theme, here we go. This theme flows through the entire month and is validated further by our second card of choices and decisions, aligning with Fehu, the rune of possessions and nourishment, indicating that the time is right to nourish possibilities and commit to the future that you desire, the future you want to create. However, this card also validates that choices are not set in stone. Sometimes we need to test the waters before making a firm commitment, and we can always make adjustments and course correct based on our ongoing learning. So really interesting energy here. Fehu is also known as a rune that carries the energy of ambitions that are fulfilled. So there is real possibility here. And I think as the energy kind of, let's say, it heats up, it intensifies as we move to the end of February, I think there are going to be significant options and choices for us all, either in terms of our own immediate circumstances, but also in terms of how we respond to external circumstances. So there's a real internal empowerment taking place, alongside responding to external events that are there with the higher purpose of triggering internal choices that empower you and lead you forwards to that space of living in higher vibration, living in light. I'm very, very, very interested to see how these readings pan out, actually, really, truly. Be very fascinating for each of the zodiac signs. Now, this moon concludes with a stunning new moon in Pisces that brings a distinctly karmic energy with it. There's a really karmic energetic to this moon. So approach this month with an attitude of healthy flexibility and trust that whatever takes place in the uniqueness of your own personal circumstances, whatever shows up, it's bringing you valuable information. I think we have a month where we can really sow seeds, we can actually get on track, but we've kind of got to trust that whatever we're being shown, it's guiding us in the direction that's needed for us to do that, to get on track. However, on track may mean some adjustments have to be made. Those adjustments may purely be internal ones. They may be blocks within you that stop you from progressing along the pathway that you are already on. But they could also be external blocks that are kind of like a testing of your endurance, your perseverance, your capacity to hold your vision, which also connects to internal processes, your own mindset. There could also be external circumstances that are actually guiding you to course correct, to perhaps make some really significant choices and decisions, either big or small, that kind of tweak the course of your world. Every day we make decisions all day long, but we don't necessarily do so consciously. You might decide to have a cup of tea, or, turn right instead of left when you leave your home or your house to walk somewhere, take a different route. And en route, something else might show up for you that presents you with a piece of information that causes you to think, or to see something differently, or to have an idea about something. And although that principle occurs all of the time, what I feel is, I'm really hearing, it's actually channeling through right now, I'm really hearing these messages loud and clear, is that this is a month when being aware of that will be really, really valuable. The more your awareness is heightened to respond to whatever is shown to you, the more you are going to move fluently through the month and be assisted. It's like guidance is arriving. And I think the more intense the energy, the more kind of poignant, I think that's the right word, poignant, the more on point the guidance will be. So this is going to be a really interesting month with possibly relatively steady progress or small steps to start with. But I do think we'll see an intensity. And I think handling that intensity as we navigate through is all about literally conscious living, day by day, being conscious of your own sovereignty, conscious of your own agency. Whatever's happening, if something happens and it's out of your control, presses your buttons, well, they're your buttons. What are you going to do? Get still, put down an anchor. Take your time, think about what you're going to do, how you're going to do it. What are your choices? Do you choose to respond? Do you choose not to respond? Do you choose to take your time? Do you want to say something? Or if that's feeling a bit not okay, or a bit angsty, or you're just uncertain, or you're wobbling, take your time, step away, meditate, see what becomes clear to you. Try not to be pushed into anything or to react too quickly. Very distinct energy coming in to this month of February. Beautiful souls, thank you if you have listened through to the end of this part of this video. Thank you all so much for being here. don't forget to subscribe and press the little bell icon if you want to make sure you receive notifications of anything that I post, whether it is, an energy update connected to the moon. I'll be doing a moon month overview as well, literally showing you the energy of the moon all the way through the month, and of course, always lots of readings that I post ongoing all of the time. So if you want to make sure you never miss a reading or anything that shows up here, do please subscribe, press the little bell icon. Thank you all of you who have, and thank you for all the things you do that truly, truly do support the channel. I am very, very honoured to be reading for you and connecting with you all. And thank you to all of you who actually bought the diary, and thank you for the feedback that it is really, really valuable to you. I'm truly honoured, and I hope this will be a tool that will really, really help you to navigate this extraordinary year of profound transformation. Let's move to your angel reading for the month of February for your zodiac sign. Gemini, welcome to your reading for February. Let's see what is happening for our beautiful Geminis. We'll ask Archangel Michael first. I am seeing this one and this one for you. What do we see for our Geminis? Trust your angels. Let go of your expectations of how your dreams will come true. Trust that heaven has a perfect plan. What a beautiful card. Oh my goodness me. Gemini, this is super. Embrace this magical moment. You are in the perfect energetic space for manifesting miracles. Allow your wishes to be fulfilled. Now, my lovely Geminis, this is already suggesting that things may not look as though they're running to plan. Or there may even be something that's happening, especially given the energy of February, and towards the end, it gets intense. But something may not run as you want it to, but it would suggest that behind the scenes, things are being orchestrated to actually achieve what you desire. Let's check in and see what else we are shown for my Geminis. I will be doing extended readings today, beautiful souls. Right, we have the Emperor. Now, this is interesting because this is about empowerment, stepping up, taking charge of a situation, having ambitious plans, ambitions rewarded. Okay, what else do we... I'm seeing this, and I'm seeing this. I'm also seeing this one, and clearly that one. Do you know, I really feel I want to take these two, and I'm going to take these two as well. Okay. Now, let's put these out. Some I may put to one side. We have the Three of Ariel. Wow. Do what you love. A time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavours. 10 of Gabriel. This is amazing. Ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load. Working too many hours, trying too hard to please others. Okay. Empower yourself. Gosh, this is about you really, really stepping up and taking charge and following through with something that you want to do, even if it overrides somebody else's perspective, what somebody else thinks you should be doing. We have the Four of Michael, insights that come from quiet meditation. Seek relief from stress, take time off, the need for more sleep. We have a leap of faith. This is the card of the Fool in a traditional pack. Believe in yourself. Listen to your heart. Do what gives you joy. Again, do what you love. 6 of Gabriel. Congratulations. You've done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next project. Awards, scholarships, promotions. Right, this is a card of success. Okay, I'll look at these in just one moment. Okay, I'm going to put them to one side and I'll come to them, my lovely Geminis. I think in February, and I suspect the energy is around you already, that something in your world reaches a point of completion or conclusion. It's time to start the next phase or the next chapter of something. The question is, what's it going to look like? What shape will that be? This would be like, I don't know, let's say you finish a project and you're freelancing. Like, what are you actually looking for next? Do you just take the first random project, or do you actually really start to formulate what you want? Or if there's an opportunity to do something that you absolutely love, do you actually then make that commitment and follow it through? There's a definite completion of one phase. It's interesting, we've got the world card here. I'll bring this in a moment, but there's a completion of one phase of your world. Now, whether this is a phase of relationship, and you're now going to then build the shape that relationship will look like, or as I said, it's a project, it's work. It's time for a new phase of your world to begin. What do you want it to look like? How do you want it to emerge? The energy is primed for you to actually manifest, literally to do that, to manifest the shape of the next chapter of your life. Now, if you watch the energy bit at the beginning of this video, remember I spoke about sowing seeds. The seeds you sow now are literally going to then come to fruition as we navigate 2025. I think for you, this really is quite a pivotal month for you, especially Gemini. I think the energy is primed. And the reason it's so pivotal is because one phase of something is coming to an end and a new one is beginning. So it's like there's room, there's space to expand, to discover, to move into something new. Take a leap of faith. If there is anything around you that you really, really would like, and yet you're not immediately massively confident about it, I'd be saying go for it here. This reading is suggesting you go for it, and it will be very, very successful. If you're coming to a point of completion where you've been really solidly working long hours, or working through something, or working at something, this reaches a point where the energy is to shift for you. Absolutely shift. And it's kind of like it really is moving into a space of manifesting. Now let's bring in your extra cards. So you have the world, a very happy ending coming full circle. That's what I'm seeing here as well. Something reaches this point, comes to its natural conclusion. We then have Two of Michael. It will be all better if you just make a decision. Over-analysing a problem and finding a compromise. Okay, so this is almost like, what do I do now? Excuse me. It does feel like it's a what do I do now? Now this is done. What's next? I love this. Material needs get fulfilled. Six of Ariel. Get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. Acts of kindness, giving or receiving with a grateful heart. This is lovely. This really feels as though you are really, really, really supported in February, not just by your angels, your guides, your spirit team, though I think they absolutely have your back. But it is as if you are somehow supported in your material world as well. Something is given to you. It would be, again, because it comes in unexpected ways. I think it may be that stuff shows up when you least expect it, or from somebody that you weren't expecting, something from. And because it comes through, it's like, oh, wow. When you just sit in that space of, gosh, where I didn't see that. Wow, I didn't see it coming. How amazing is that? And I think it then helps as well when things arrive in your support. I think it really does help to feel that you can trust that the universe is looking after you. Very interesting, given the energy, which is about empowerment, power over ourselves, not others, a pathway to follow, and ambitions fulfilled, and choices and decisions. This is the flow of energy for this month. It's steady at the beginning, and then it intensifies. I am feeling for you, Gemini, that as we move through the first beginning, the couple of weeks of February, that your world will, almost as if that's when something reaches its conclusion. where you're wrapping things up, you're tying things up, you're getting ready to complete something, a phase of something. If you're recovering from something, it could be that you get to that point where you've got the I don't know, like a clean bill of health. That's what I was thinking of, a clean bill of health. You can move on into the next phase. It could be, as I said, that a project completes, but along with it, something is then given to you. It's either support or resources, and the resources could be financial, they could be practical, to be able to actually initiate something that you actually want to do and that you will love. Something is fulfilled for you. So this is very specific because it's about material needs. So somehow you're supported in moving into a new chapter, but within that chapter you have a choice as to what shape it's going to be. How do you want your world to look? I think this is very interesting. Now, we know February gets a little bit more intense towards the end of the month, but I think for you, this feels like exciting, Gemini. I feel you've got an opportunity to start to shape your future and to define what you want, because something kind of gets wrapped up. I'd be suggesting, even if there is because of the intensity of the energy, that rather than putting yourself under pressure to rush forwards, trust your angels, let go of expectations of how your dreams will come true. Focus on the end goal and kind of trust that the decisions and the choices that you make, because it will all be better if you just make a decision, they'll kind of be shown to you. You're going to be guided. Your angels are working behind the scenes. So if an opportunity comes up and you think, well, that's not what I was expecting, it could be exactly the route that you need in order to fulfill the end goal. It's just that it's not the way you thought you would get there. So as one chapter completes, a new is beginning. And I think you can really sow some seeds here. Because we have Sawelo, which is quite a distinct pathway to follow. Do you know, I almost want to say, my lovely Geminis, the golden rule of thumb for you, I think, is if it feels good, if it makes your heart sing, if you think, gosh, I love this, then it's right. Follow that pathway. If there's an opening or something unexpected comes along, yeah, or someone unexpected comes along, just trust. Just absolutely trust. Embrace this magical moment. Make choices and decisions based on, this is like heart energy rather than head energy. It may not be the logical solution that is the right one for you. If you need to make a choice, do I, don't I? Do check out the main channel as well, because I do have playlists, and there'll be yes and no readings as well. You might want to check those out if you are facing a decision. But in all honesty, I think the rule of thumb is, if when you think about the choice, if it feels good, that's the one to go for, rather than if logically, you know, there could be a difference between the logic and the heart energy. And this is saying listen to the heart energy. And not always will a reading do that. Sometimes a reading would say you need to be practical and logical and work out a plan. And actually this reading is literally saying follow your heart. Wow. Okay. Gemini, I think I'm going to move on to the extended readings, but I am actually really excited for you, and I'm excited to do the extended. You're welcome to join me there on Patreon and in the YouTube membership area. Let's go do a deep dive and find out what we can see about the opportunities that are opening up for you here. What's this next chapter of your life like? I mean, to some extent, it seems like you get to decide. But let's move on, and I will see if I can find out as much information as possible to assist you to navigate into a space from where you are now, where something is coming to an end or a completion of some sort, a phase of your life, a chapter, whatever it is. And let's look at any advice and guidance that will enable you to navigate into a space where you are literally sowing those seeds of manifestation with an expectation that they will come to fruition, even though you may not know how. But let's do a deep dive and find out. Gemini, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so, so much. It is wonderful to be connected with you. Tons of love. I will look forward to seeing you for some other readings, either here in the main YouTube channel or indeed in the extendeds. This feels so exciting. It's like it's got a real electric energy about it. That's magic. That is really, really magic. Tons of love, Gemini. See you soon.